Hi everyone, and welcome to our demo of asset inventory system for Informatics College Northgate. Uh, and now I am first Lyco Tatierra, and I'll be one for you for to demo the asset inventory system itself. So let's get started with our demo of asset inventory system. So basically, first before I demo, what is asset inventory system? So asset inventory system is a system that consists of storing asset data for for the building or the business. So the importance of having an asset inventory system is to keep track of assets moving around the building or the business. So I will show you our system of asset inventory system. So let me show you our screen. So here we have here it's of the asset inventory system, and you can see here the username and password. So upon upon deploying this system in your web browser, or rather web server, it will greet you with this. So so we have here our login here, and we have here our forgot password. So later on, I will explain to you how the reset password works and how this login works. So let's go with our login. So upon deploying this system, we have here our default user, which is super admin. The password is super admin. Click login to log into our system, and it will greet you with our dashboard. So sa dashboard, typically it is a overview of all the assets, the in-use of assets, the in-storage of assets, for repair assets, and for disposal assets, and date and time for reference. So here in your navigation bar, you have here the list assets, insert asset, register user, help button, and log out. So first, I will show you the unique feature of the super admin, which is you can register your user. So basically, as a super admin, you have the permission to register the user into the system, and as a super admin too, you have the privileges to access to reset the password of all the users. So super admin is typically given to the system administrators of the server, the one who maintain the server, and so on. Typically IT guys. So let's go with our registering our user. So for myself, I will just use Lyco as username. First name Lyco, last name Tatierra, password Lyco, capital Lyco, capital Tatie, double RA, confirm password, capital Lyco, capital Tatie, double RA. And remember, our password must consist of minimum of 6 characters, consist of alphanumeric characters, symbols, and so on. Next, select our user type. So this Lyco can be a user type of admin or a user. So let's select admin. For that, it can have a admin privileges. So later on, I will explain to you what does admin have privileges or permissions to this system. So let's register this one. After that, up, okay. So since pop-up will not appear, so let's just try another user. Admin, register, and as you can see, it is successful when you see the pop-up like user like Tatierra has been registered. Click OK, and then go back to pass and go back to bash. Basically, we have added Lyco Tatierra here in the system. So next, I will show you the typical features of the asset inventory system, which is list assets and insert assets. So on the list assets, you can see here the asset list of everything. So here you can see the asset. You can search an asset, for example, AOC. You can see AOC. We can sort it as office equipment or furnitures or all. So on, clear. And we can see here, we can see the documents and we can edit or delete. So I will show you that after it, after I demo the list assets. So we can print everything and also we can add assets. So when we press print everything, everything that we see on the table will print. So what if if we want to sort everything, like I want to see all the okay. So I want to see all the office equipment. So I have sorted the office equipment and I just press print everything, and everything that is on the table that we have sorted or searched will appear here only on the print. So let's wait. So basically on the print, we can see here our sorted office equipment here, and we can just print it directly. So press cancel to cancel, click all, and we just can do add asset as typical with the insert asset. So with that, after we see the list of the asset, we can actually edit them. For example, I want to edit this AOC monitor. Just press edit, and I want to change the serial number to something random and press submit. And we have here our updated serial number, and we can see the updated here, updated date and user, and that's it. So how can we, and then next, before I move on, we can just then delete this one. Example, we can delete a super admin, we can delete this one. So just press delete, and we have proper, are you sure? When we press OK, it will automatically delete. So let's add an asset. So here we can add the asset from the insert asset. Okay, so we click insert asset, or we can just press add asset here from the list asset page. Okay, so in the add asset, we have here our asset type, so we can sort everything in from office equipment, furniture, and aircon. For example, I want to create a asset type for aircon. The brand is what we ano, Daikin. Model is D123. Serial number is D123. Random. Select status in use. Equipment name is Daikin D123 aircon. Location will be 205. Price value is 152,000. Date acquired. We can just press this calendar and set our date, acquired date. Documents. Here we can upload documents, multiple. We can add multiple types, multiple files here. The supported documents are PNG, JPEG, PDF, and Microsoft document files, and remarks as well. So let's add some documents here. Sample from the downloads, the pack, load track and paste at disk 2, and remarks deployed on 205. Press submit to add the asset. To confirm to register asset, click OK. After that, we can see the prompt asset added successfully. Total file uploaded to. Press OK. Go to list assets. And we can see here our newly added assets is asset inventory, which is our Daikin Aircon. So, so that's it for our super admin permission. And now I will transfer the next feature to Alyza Facundo. Thank you very much.
So, good day everyone. My name is Alyza Facundo. And today, i-demo ko naman, i-demonstrate ko naman yung as an admin account. So, yung kanina, in-explain ni Lyco yung super admin. So, ngayon, I will explain as an admin account. So, I will input the credentials of my account as an admin. So, lagay ko lang. Then, login. So, as you can see, makikita pa rin ng admin account yung dashboard. So, the dashboard can see all operations of the system. So, all assets, kung ilan, yung in use, and storage, for repair, and for disposal. And also, yung date and time. So, kung napapansin nyo, wala na dito yung register user, which is, ayun yung restrictions. So, si super admin lang ang makakapag-access nun for the privacy din yun. So, as an admin account, ang ma-access nyo lang dito yung list asset, yung insert asset, yung help, and also the logout. So, first, punta tayo sa list asset. So, dito sa list asset, may kita lahat ng asset na mayroon. So, the admin can also search for this, search for an asset feature if an admin want to see a specific asset only. So, for example, mouse. So, specific asset can only view. Okay? So, pwede ring i-edit features and delete. So, kunyari sa edit, mag-edit tayo sa isang asset. So, for example, sa status. So, ilagay na lang natin as for repair and you can submit the updated assets. So, as you can see, yung status ng inedit natin is for repair na. So, and meron ding category dito. Merong tatlong category which is the office equipment, furniture and fixtures, and aircon equipment. So, pag sa office equipment, only the office equipment lang yung makikita dito. And kapag yung furnitures and fixtures, ganun din. Yung furnitures and fixtures na asset lang makikita ni admin. And also, yung last is yung aircon equipment. So, for example, si admin gusto niya lang i-print yung specific category which is aircon equipment. Just click here button of print everything to print the aircon equipment assets na informations or details. So, as you can see, so just print it if you want to print. And also, if user want to delete that asset, just click this button, delete, and if you may magpa-prompt dito na message if are you sure to delete this assets. So, if kasi dito kang i-delete na yung asset na to, click OK, and if an admin napindot na lang yung delete button, so click cancel. So, pag gusto mo naman i-print yung everything ng assets, just click this print everything button. And makakapag-print siya lahat ng assets. So, ayan. Ayan yung itsura ng ipiprint na document. So, ayan, just print it. And also, dito sa list asset, you can add a asset. So, shortcut lang to ng module natin sa insert asset. So, kapag kinlik natin yan, yun lang din yung lalabas. So, dito sa insert asset is my asset type. So, makikita mo dito yung office equipment, furnitures and fixtures, and also the urban equipment. So, for example, mag-add tayo ng new assets for furnitures and fixtures. So, ilalagay lang natin yung brand. So, for example, Uratex. Brand ng upuan. Okay. Ilalagay mo lang din yung model and yung serial number ng asset. For example, ayan. And magsaselect ka ng status. For example, in use. And equipment name. Ilalagay na lang natin na school chair. Location for room 206. Price value ng asset, for example, 27,000. And lalagay mo lang yung date acquired. So, for example, today. And dito, pwede ka rin mag-attach ng file if you want to attach the file. So, ang file type lang na pwede dito is JPEG, PNG, PDF, and detox. So, example lang natin ito. So, optional lang din maglagay ng documents. And maglagay ka lang din ng remarks. So, example, lagay na lang natin assigned to room 206. So, dito pala sa documents, kahit ilang document ang ilagay mo dito, pwede. So, pwedeng marami. So, yung purpose naman na itong documents na to sa paglalagay natin dito sa asset is ilagay yung mga importanteng documents ng asset natin. So, in cases na yung physical copy mo ay nawala or na-misplace, at least sa system, meron kang backup ng important documents ng assets. So, ayun yung advantage na pagkakaroon nito. So, just submit yung new assets na nilagay natin and may confirmation message box dito if confirmed to register this asset. So, click OK. So, sabi dito, asset added successfully. So, click OK. So, tignan natin sa list asset yung inad natin yung asset. So, yan. Kita nyo is, ayun yung furniture fixtures for school chair. And, ayan. Makikita nyo dyan. And if you want to delete, so, wala na dito yung documents na paglalagyan. So, hindi na pwedeng ma-edit yung documents. So, cancel. Do you want to go back? And yes, cancel. So, ayan. So, ayun lang for the insert asset. So, tignan natin sa dashboard. So, ayan, nakita nyo yung all assets is nag-update, naging 4 na. And yung for repair is 1 kasi ayun yung inedit natin kanina sa list asset na ginawa natin for repair yung status niya. So, in use 3. So, also, ma-access din ni admin yung help module. Which is, yung help module is a valuable resource for all the users. So, it provides a clear instruction on how to use the system. So later on, Mr. Harvey de Vera can further discuss this about this help center module. So, yeah. Proceed na tayo sa next user account. So, logout na natin yung admin account. And may magpa-prompt ulit dyan na do you want to log out. If magla-logout ka na, is okay. If napindot mo lang yung logout button, you can cancel it. So, yeah. Okay na natin siya. So, that's all. So, that's all for the an admin account kung how to operate, kung anong meron sa admin account. So, yun lang. And thank you.
Now we're going to discuss about the user account. As you can see, this is the asset management system. First is you have to fill in your username, which is super admin, and click this because the password is also a super admin. After that, you have to log in. There you go. After logging in, all you can see is the dashboard, asset inventory system home, list assets, insert asset, register user, help, and log out. The dashboard here describes a user interface that offers a visual depiction of important facts, figures, and controls in a streamlined and convenient way. So here you can see the all assets. All assets in this building is 4, in use in this building is 3, in storage 4, and for repair 1, for disposal 0, and the date and time. After that, you have to proceed here. That's the home. The list asset. The list asset is an extensive listing of every digital component file and resource utilized in the creation and upkeep of a website. Here in the list asset, uh, you can see all the listed assets and all the equipments that are used here in the building, asset tag, asset type, brand, and also the model, equipment equipment name, serial number, status, date acquired. Also you can see the price value, location, remarks, and date updated end user. So you can also add anything you want. You can add everything here in the asset list. Next is the insert asset. There you go. After that, here is the asset. All you have to do is to add asset. The phrase insert. Now let's proceed to the insert asset. Insert asset usually describes the procedure of incorporating a digital file or resource such as picture, video, audio file, document, or any other sort of media. You can type here any asset you want. You can add any asset you want. And now let's proceed to the register user. Register to the system. All you have to do is to fill the information below, your username, first name, last name, password, and confirm password. Register user refers to the process of allowing individuals to create accounts or profiles on a website by providing their personal information. So all you have to do is to register here in the system, and after that um, now let's proceed to the help center. Help corresponds to a page or feature that offers visitors aid, direction, and support to assist visitors in navigating the website, comprehending its capabilities, and resolving any problems they might run across. The help feature provides information, directions, and resources. So here in the help center, all you have to do is to find your problem. For example, you want to change your password, just click this and you can change your password. There are many types of problems in the system, and if you're unfamiliar with solving any problems, you just have to go to the help center here in the website, logging in and forgot password, dashboard, asset, and system admin guide. Now let's proceed to the logout. The logout enables a user who is already logged in to stop their session and safely log out their account. Before logging back in, a user who logs out is no longer able to access the website secure features. So after logging this out the system, there you go, you will proceed to the welcoming page, which is the asset management system, and you will have to log in again, and that's all. Thank you.
And we'll introduce you the help module. So the help module provides us the instructions to how we're gonna use the asset inventory system. So on our first help module, we have the login and the forgot password. So let's move on to logging into the system. So first is in the instruction is open any of your favorite browsers, then visit the asset inventory system page by finding the IP address of your web server, and they will greet you with this interface. So next on that, from the credentials, start inserting your username. So type in your registered username, then type in the password you have provided by your system administrator. Then click the login button. Then you will be directed to the dashboard. Yan. It's just easy as that from our instructions in the help module. So if you want to log out in the system, from the navigation bar, there's a logout button from the top, from the right side, you can see. So if you click the logout button, there will be a prompt saying if you want to log out, yes or no. If you want to log out, just click yes. Then you will be back on the login page. That's all for the logging into the system. Now let's back to the help center. Next is if you forgotten your password, just click the I forgot my password. So please read this first. Okay, there's a note here. Please try to remember the password and perform login multiple times until you got into the login. so that you can minimize time for acquiring your password reset code from your system administrator. Later, I will explain about this for acquiring your password reset code from your system administrator. So just like on the login to the system, first is open any of your favorite browsers, then visit the asset inventory system page, web server. Then you can see here, from the login, press the forgot password. Yan. Press the forgot password button. From there, will be directed to the forgot password page. This is the forgot password page. Yan. Reset password. So please try to remember your password. No. Later I will explain this password reset code because that is the important thing here. When resetting your password, type in your username, credentials, then yung new password, then the password reset code. Now, what is this password reset code? From here on step 5, enter your password reset code. There's a note. So, how to get your password reset code? Please approach your system administrator, then provide him your username, and they will give your password reset code for your account. And of course, please keep your copy of your password reset code so that you can use it again. Because the password reset code is permanently yours and uniquely is yours. So, hide that. Careful with that. Keep a copy of it. Don't try to lose it. Because that password reset code is as important as your new password. Then from here, click the reset password button if you got the password reset code from your system administrator. So an alert box will appear from the top, then click OK. Then click the remember password to get back again to the login page. Then log into the system with your new password. So that's all for forgotten password. Now let's try to go on with the changing password. I want to change my password but I don't know how. So there's a note here. Changing your password is the same as your forgot your password. So just like the same instruction. So open any of your favorite browsers. Then open the asset inventory system page, then click the forgot password. It's the same as that, and you will be directed to the forgot password page again. Now it's the same as the forgotten password, right? If you have a copy of your password reset code, you don't need to approach your system administrator because you already have your password reset code. So you can change your password anytime. But please minimize it from using your password reset code. And it's the same as that. Same instructions. Now let's move on to the dashboard. Now if you log in to the system, now we will help you to see the dashboard overview. After you log in, the first thing will appear is your dashboard. Now you can see all assets, in-use assets, in storage, for repair, for disposal, and the server type. From the navigation bar, we will see that will help you to navigate to other pages. For example, the home button, you will be directed to the dashboard. Then the list assets, you can see all the assets. Now if you want to insert an asset, just click insert assets. Now the register user is for administrator. Administrator will register the new user, then the help button if you don't how to use the asset inventory, then the logout button. Here you will see the total number of assets. For example, all assets in the building is 3, then in use is 3, then in storage is 0, for repair is 0, and for disposal 0. Now this is just an example. Ayan, that are available, total numbers of assets that are on loan, and total number of assets that are disposed. That's all for the dashboard overview. Now let's move on to our assets. An overview of the assets page. Now if you click the list assets above of in the navigation bar, now we will see this asset page. We can see all the asset page here. The asset tag, the asset type, of what brand, what model, the equipment name, the serial number, the status if it's in use, available, or for repair, then the date acquired, then the value of the equipment, then location if it's on 205 or 202, which room, then the remarks, then the date updated and user, then documents, then the search bar, perform search on any assets. So we can search an asset if you have many assets and you can find it by scrolling down, just search it. But in this note, you can search anything of your assets except the date acquired, the price value, and the documents. You can search anything, the asset tag, asset type, brand, model, equipment name, serial number, status, but the date acquired no, the price value is no, and the documents. That's just the 3 that you cannot use finding an asset. Then sort by asset type. If it's an office equipment, or furnitures and fixtures, or an aircon equipment. Then the asset details. You can see here the drop down, click that. You can see all the asset types. You can sort it. So asset details. Here you can see the asset details of, as well as edit and per delete asset data. But the actions is for the system administrator, the super admin, and the admin. That's the user who can edit and delete it. Then we can see from here, print everything. Now listen carefully on here. Printing of assets, when you perform search and sort, it will only print on what on the displayed data. For example, ayan, when you search for chair, it will only print the chair assets. When you sort by office equipment, it will only print the office equipments. On what you see on here, on the assets, you can print everything. But if you search again something like a projector, chairs, all the projector will show. Then you can just print that. You can only print the projector. And when you want to print all the assets, you must clear the search bar and set sort asset to all, just like here. Blank that, then pick the all from the drop down. Ayan, from the add assets. Now let's move on to adding assets into the system. Clicking the insert asset above of the navigation bar, or clicking add asset or list asset page, it will go to the insert asset page. Now we can see the complete package of instructions here. And select the asset type first, insert the name of the brand of the asset, insert the model. Yan, we can see all the instructions. We can follow that. So there's a note again. Supported document types, you can upload one or more documents, but there are file limitations listed below. So we can only add an file if it's JPEG, JPG, JPEG, PNG, PDF, and documents. That's it for the receipt of the assets or documents of the assets. We can insert that. Then insert any remarks. For example, here, projector assigned to 205. Just like that. You can type that. Click the submit button if you are done to insert the asset, and a pop-up will appear that the asset has been inserted successfully. Then clicking cancel will go back to the dashboard and will erase any data inserted before submitting. That's all for adding assets. Now let's move on to editing and deleting. Here you can edit and delete the assets. Now we can see the instructions. When clicking the list assets page, now you can perform actions. Yan, the edit and delete. So user limitations, just like I said last time, only the admin and super admin can edit and delete. The user can only view and print the assets. Remember that. This will be always on the help module. If you've forgotten that, just try to get back in the help module and it will provide you notes and instructions to see on what you're gonna do on the asset inventory system page. Now editing on assets. Yeah, we can see instructions again. Just follow it. From number one instructions up to 6. Then deleting an assets is on the list asset page. Find the asset you want to delete. It's as easy as that. If you click the delete, a confirmation will show. So if you want to delete it, yes. But if you don't want to delete it, just pick no. Again, with the note here, when editing asset data, you can't add or update any documents. Make sure to first gather all the required documents and upload it during adding of asset in the system. That's a big help on this help module. Now we are done on the assets. Now let's move on to system admin guide. Now this is for the admin and super admin. When the super admin and admin is new to the asset inventory system, so registering user to the new system, clicking the register user above of navigation bar, this will pop up the register to the system. Now super admin want to add a user for the staff. So he will enter the username, the first name of the person, then the last name, and the provided password, then confirm password. Then from the drop down, you can select that, for example, the staff. So you want the staff to be user only. So user only is for seeing the assets and printing the assets. Now click on that register if you are done. So note again, minimum characters, then there's a note, there's always, just try to read and follow the instructions. Now we can see it here. Here are the permissions table for users. Now permissions is the admin. For example, user don't know why he can't edit or delete. It means that the permissions of the edit and delete is for admin or super admin. From here, all the permissions, if you add a super admin here, he can do this all. View and print, add an asset, edit asset, delete asset, then add the user. Only super admin can add a user. And click register, then a pop-out will appear that the new user has been registered. Then go back to the dashboard. That's all for registering a new user. Lastly, on our system admin guide, forgetting password guide. Here's for the super admin. So here's the instructions on how to reset and change your password. Now, this will require human interaction to users of this account. So obtaining the password reset code, this is how. You must have knowledge on using MySQL or MariaDB database on terminal or command line, and or GUI, or must have knowledge on using PHP MyAdmin. So that is built in on SAM. This is for the user super admin. Instructions for the super admin to get the password reset code on the system, for the users. So open your MySQL terminal. Yan. Just follow the instruction. And it's just easy as that. Now if you are having a problem, just ask for the developer of the system. That's all for the help center. Now for example, we want to register a new user. Now click this register user. Then let's try to register our user. For example, I just want a user. For example, I'm the super admin and I want to register someone. Then click the register. And the pop-out will appear. User Harvey Vera has been registered. Now let's try it. Now go back to the dashboard just by clicking this. And let's try to log out. Let's try to use our credentials. So just like in the instructions, enter our credentials. So the username, then your password. Let's see if it's working. It's working, but it's just limited to users. So we cannot register a user or add an assets. We can only see these assets. And print everything. Now let's try again on the help center. Firstly, for example, I was the super admin plus. Now I tried to insert a preferred username on the user box. Now I add a username V, insert the first name, my first name, and then insert the last name. Then insert the desired password for what I want for a password. Now insert the password again when adding. No? Then select user type for that user. Now we show that the admin has many, but we users can view and print assets only. Then I click the register button, then a pop-up will appear here, then I click that OK, then click the go to dashboard to test the user. That's all for the help center, the help module. That's all po. Thank you.